Hi everyone, Great Power 60 here. So, I'm continually organizing, reorganizing, trying to get things put in places where I can find them. I don't know if I ever showed you, but I was using these clear bags to throw in my heart shape, my round ones, all of these little baby ones. I had my 2-inch circles punched, whoops, sorry, punched out. I had all these different, from my punches, and from punches and from using my sidekick, where I would cut out a bunch of little pieces that I was going to, and I put them all in a bag. I just threw them all in here. But when it came time to make something, use something, or whatever, I always had trouble. I always had to shake it out and move things around. And, I mean, this is okay for strips. This is great for keeping all my strips in one place so I can just kind of sort through them. No big deal. But when you have a lot of these tiny little circles, and I had used a die that it's like, I guess it's supposed to be for confetti, and I have all of these little, I don't know if you can see, I don't know if it's going to focus. Yeah, I'm going to start having trouble with this whole focusing thing. Whoops. I don't know if you can see these little shoes and these little flowers, small little circles. Sometimes I would cut things out and it would give me circles. Oh, excuse me. I felt a sneeze coming on and it came. Different size circles. Anyway, sometimes I would keep pieces. So if I was using one of my dies, and not this one, of course, not these. Let me see if I can find a better example. Not this in particular, but when you have dies and there's pieces left over, well, if there's something that I could use, like small circles or the center of a flower, or again, like my I gotta sit down here, like the confetti die that I had. Anyway, so it was all shoved into here, and anytime I needed to find it, I was going in here and, couldn't find them, or I was getting frustrated. So I decided to organize it, and what I've done here in this one, for instance, this was, I think it was a chocolate box, or something like that, and I kept the box, and now I've got all my hearts in here, and I've got all my 1-inch circles. So I don't have to punch them out. I've already got them, and they're in here all nice and neat for now until I start sorting through them. This is this little flat thing. It came with some papers that not papers. It came with some cards that I could use for journaling. And I took them out of here because it was always a nuisance to open and close and blah, blah. So I've kind of put all my papers that are about this size together. All right. And the same with these, I would punch out, maybe I wanted a circle that had a, what do we call? I'm going to think of it as soon as I finish. And then I had some of these kind of flowery type punches, and I also have a punch. I have a punch, if I can grab one here. I may have told you before. I have a punch that has 3 sections to it. That's not here it is here. So you could either punch out just the outside, or you could punch out just the inside, because that would come together here. That would be the inside. Or you could have all 3 of them together. So I've kept those because you never know when I might need that to put on a card or whatever. And then these, Yeah, I would use my punch, and I'll remember it later, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I got these little tins, and I may get a few more because I have some other shapes that I want to include. I've also got these miniature, and I haven't used them all. These are only a few. I think these are the 5 different shapes of, I think they're kind of like miniature doilies, you know, and for now, because they were all in the bag in here, I didn't know which ones I had, and I only have a few because I haven't done that many in a while. So I thought, well, I'll put them in these little baggies for now, all the different shapes in different bags so that I have an idea of what I have. Now, once this gets too full to hold on to any more of these, if in fact I do punch any more of them, which I want to do, I want to punch out some plain ones as well as some vintage ones, if you can call them vintage, and keep them all so that I have these things all separated from everything else, you know, from the circles. I have squares. I've got 2-inch squares. And of course, I've got my strips. And in here, I was gifted some butterflies from Thelma Hall, from her channel. She had sent me these miniature butterflies. I think these are miniature bows. And that's and these buttons, which are so cute. I don't have a die for that. That one is mine. That one is mine. I just don't remember. And I think I have another one somewhere that she gave me that I have. Sorry, Thelma. I know you sent me lots, and I do have more to go through. But for now, they're in here so that they're all one thing in one bag. And that's what I've been doing all day. And I've been watching videos while I'm doing it. Because I find when I'm doing a page, either in a journal, whatever I'm doing, I find that I get bogged down when I can't find things or when I have to search through here. So I've kind of lost the creative momentum when I'm doing something because I can't find something that I know I have. So I know I have these. I know I have these. And they're not mixed in with all kinds of stuff. Now, these are teeny little things, little flowers, little circles, some little teeny shoes, flowers, little squares, etc. in here. I'm not going to worry about this because it's never going to get any bigger than what I have here unless I do a lot of confetti. But I'm not, you know, this is enough. I don't really need anything else. So that's fine with that. This is good here. Now this one is just squares and rectangles. I've got small little rectangles. I've got squares that are plain, 2-inch. I think they call them twinchies, don't they? I think that's what some people call them, twinchies, when they're 2-inch and you decorate them. And then I've got these squares that also have, I'm going to find the word. You guys are going to be yelling at me what I'm looking for. And I know the word. Right now, I'm just so tired because I now have all of my 1-inch circles here. I've got my 2-inch circle. Now, I've only got 2 sizes of punches, you know, like this kind of punch. I mean, I do have circles in my dies that, what do we call them? Nestled. They're nestled, so they start really small and work out to maybe about a 3-inch one or a 4-inch one. I mean, I have those, but I use these sizes a little more often. So that's what I've done. These are all in here in the little baggies. These are just the things that I may or may not use. I've got my scallop, thank you guys, my scalloped circles. I've got the other ones and the flowers. And I keep the 3 in there because, you know, we've got to combine some things. So now I feel much better that I have at least these. Now my next step, when I do take out my little sidekick and take out my die for these, I want to, I mean, these are beautiful and they're colorful and stuff like that. But when I'm doing some paper clusters, it's always handy to have, you know, be able to look and say, oh gosh, I could use that here, you know. I think some of my book pages will cut out as long as they're a newer book page and not the fragile ones, because they just won't cut well, I don't think. And you know, you don't want to do that. So that is what I've been doing all afternoon while I've been watching a couple of videos, and this has been an organizing dream of mine. So that now when I am doing something, I'm doing whatever it is, and I need to find a miniature doily to complement it, or if I need to find, I'm gonna hate myself for this. I think I'm gonna put a little bit of, because it seems to be rubbing a bit, and I know it's got a little lock mechanism. I just have to realize where it is. But anyway, you can put something like Vaseline on this, and it'll keep it from, I mean, not tons, you're just going to gently, and it'll help keep the lid from sticking on there. But now I can go through my flowers, my different things. I may want one of these when I'm doing a cluster. I may want, you know. Anyway, now that I've completely whined and complained here, but I just wanted to show you, sometimes getting organized before you want to do a big project is a lot better than having everything dumped into one place, one box, one package, whatever, and losing your momentum and your creative process when you don't have them, you know. I mean, I know a lot of our more professional crafters, they are disorganized. They have boxes they have a box for the hearts, they have a box for the flowers, they have a box for, you know, and they have everything organized. And that has been because I've been cleaning my craft room and trying to put like with like and trying to get through things. When I was sitting down here using my sidekick, doing all kinds of different cutouts, I wasn't really putting them in groups. I was kind of throwing them into, you know, a clear bag. And today I decided, that's it. I'm going to separate everything. And I may go and get a few more of these tins because I like them. They're stackable and they don't take up a lot of room. And I like that. These are great. These are recycled pieces that I have. I like using recycled. This was in my kitchen cupboard, and I had, is that cracked or is that just the way it is? No. Could be cracked, I don't know. It had some herbs in it that I had forgotten about. It was way up in a cupboard, so I threw out the herbs because they had expired. Threw them out, washed this out, and then I left it in my cupboard, and then I was looking for a container. It's plastic, it's great. I don't have to, you know, go out and buy something because it was in my cupboard already, and I already had it. So that's it for me for today. I have to get these are, I don't know if I showed you in a video or not. I was watching, and I can't remember who. Oh, I'm going to feel bad now. I was watching a video where she was making her own large piece of puzzles. And this is folded, and I think I'll throw anything that's folded, I'm throwing away. Anything that is not in perfect shape, I'm throwing away. What is this? Oh, I had this square, I think it was 2-inch square, cut it to make a little folder, and I had this little piece of paper, and I made a little tiny tag. And the things I do, miniature things I do sometimes, it's so crazy. But yeah, so yeah, I was learning how to make some puzzle pieces, so I didn't have to buy them. But of course, I bought one anyway. But it's, you know, it's fun to know how to make these things and to put them somewhere where you're going to remember where they are, or at least label. So that's my next thing, but I have to buy some more label tape. I don't have any, and I want to get some clear, and I want to get some white. I don't know if it comes in black. I don't know, but the white and the, I don't think so, because it uses black ink. Yeah, something to think about. So that is what I'm doing today. Yeah, just trying to clean out my bags of, I don't have it handy. My bags like this, although this one is just most of this is just big strips. But I'd have bags of shapes just thrown into a bag, and I could never find what I was looking for because they're all mixed up. And the tiny pieces get stuck and you don't see them. So now I'm feeling so much better, and I have a bit of crafting to do this week. I am getting excited about that because there's a few things that I've learned that I want to try. And that's it for me for today. Thanks for listening to my whining. I do a lot of that lately, haven't I? But just to let you know that this, you know, and you know what else is great about these little things here is like Thelma did for me when she asked me what things I didn't have, which was little miniature butterflies. These are great to put in an envelope, you know, when you're gifting someone, and send happy mail. And I want to do more of that with you guys. I really, you know, if you need any of these things, just let me know. Send me an email. Email's the best way to contact me. And my email address is always in the description below. So, I mean, if you see, I mean, most of us have one-hole punches and hearts and so on and so forth. But, you know, if you're looking for some miniature, I call them miniature doilies. I don't know what else to call them because that's what they look like to me. You know, if you need any, and you just want a variety or something, and you want me to send you something, send me an email and just say, I really like, you know, I really like those miniature doilies. Could you send me a packet? And I could do that, you know, maybe send you a couple of each. I don't mind doing that. I really think it's nice to share. And I love, ooh, I found a shoe. And I love to share with you guys. And because I have so much, I would love to share with any of you. So just let me know in an email. Thanks for joining me today. I'm feeling really organized today. I'm feeling really good about all these tiny little pieces everywhere. They have a home. It's nice to have a home. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Please, if you can, if you don't mind, you know, hit that like button, the thumbs up like button, if you like my videos. And if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to join our little family. We have some wonderful, wonderful people here. And I appreciate, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Love your comments and suggestions, your tips. Lovely, love it. Yeah, so we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.